As we earlier said, the future you want, you must create it. Remember, failure, success doesn't just happen by miracle or by chance. It is predictable. In that same line, we are here today to talk about GPS and the opportunity that are in that industry for us to explore that. And with that, we have bring to you a professional which we already know, but today he has come in with more insight and more detail, with facts on how I and you can make this an opportunity and exploit everything that is in that industry. So, you wish to know more? Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome. As we said, today is all about exploiting the opportunities that in the GPS in industry. And like I said, we have a professional. We will not present him again, but we would like to hear a little bit from him. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm great.
Yes, we already know you, but please, we would like you should present yourself a little bit because we have some new old audience that want to know you more. Please present yourself for us.
My name is Ye Isanchandon, solar expert, security expert, and network installation expert.
Okay, thank you, sir. Today we are here to talk about a topic which we don't usually to talk about it, the GPS system, and we want to look at the opportunities that exist in that industry. But before we go into, please, what is GPS exactly? How can a layman understand it? What is it exactly?
Well, for a layman language, GPS is just a device that is being implanted into any system, whether being electronic or even a human being. I implant the GPS on a human being to track the waving, track the directions, the location at any point in time.
Okay. So you said you can even put it in human beings.
You can even plan it on human being, not even in the system of the human being, maybe okay,
Okay,
your dress on your
on
back,
something.
on
All right, all
something,
right, all right.
when you are moving around, at least you can get the
Like if I want to know where my children are
your
at any
children
time,
are at any
I
point.
just put it in something that
Yeah,
they don't even
maybe
know
in
that they
their
always
school
carry.
bags when they are going to school, it will also help them for their security because it's kidnapped every day.
Exactly, especially for the younger ones, the one that are in the nursery schools, and
Nursery
that
schools,
we know there's
primary
one thing that
schools,
they will always be with. Maybe it's their dress inside, their trouser, their
the
short.
trousers, the short, even their school bags.
Okay. I see now. So it's much more of a tracking thing, and it's very important for 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 our today industry and the way things are going. Do we hear about kidnap? We hear about stealing, kind of
Yeah,
stuff. And from what I it's also used in cars,
yeah.
electronic gadgets,
The I can say that primary use of GPS was for cars.
for cars.
Yeah,
Okay.
just as things are evolving, we realize that we need it more in other areas of our life. Even presently, I used to sing a lot about solar systems and so on.
Yes.
Yeah, there are batteries now. We plan GPS into those batteries. If somebody steal it,
We just track
even
it.
you just track it
Wow.
anytime. So we have cars we track and even stop the car at any point. Maybe we change the engine of that car.
Can't stop.
You
It can be
can
configured in such a way that you have access to the car.
you have access to the car at any time. You know where the car is at any point.
And you can stop the
You
car
can
if the car
stop
is on motion.
on motion.
Interesting. So it means
Yeah.
if I have this my camera, which I bought it for lot of money, and I want to keep track of it, I can insert a GPS inside.
Yeah.
So that whosoever that steals it thinks it's gone, it
Yeah.
track it down. Even on my phone, I can put it there.
You use your phone to do the tracking. You don't not use your computer. If you don't have a computer,
Can use a
you
phone.
can use your phone.
Okay, is it possible for me to use my phone to track another phone? Let's say I have some, maybe I bought a phone like for a million for me it's too much. I say like I want to track that phone. Can I put the GPS inside and use my normal phone that I always have with me to track it?
Yeah, like now there's most of the phone now come in the GPS tracker.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, most of the phone now comes with GPS tracker inside. What you need to do is only just to enter into the site, go into the application, register everything, and when anything happens, you are good to go.
okay. So it means it's just for me to configure it
Yes, just
and
for you to
exploit it
configure and
well.
exploit it.
I had no idea. You will definitely show us.
Yeah,
We must be training on
yeah.
that. So, sir, before we go in, how did you get into the industry exactly?
Well, when you are into security, yeah, when you're into security, you try to exploit the various areas where you can really get the loopholes of
Okay, explore all
the
of the opportunities
vulnerability, yes,
around. Okay,
around the security stuff. And since I'm into security and power and energy as a renewable energy,
yes.
yeah. So most of the time, people complain of missing batteries, stolen cars, and so on and so forth. So that's where I
Come
come
into
to,
place.
yes, into place of the GPS tracking system. Where it is something that has been existing. It's not something that,
It's new, like
yes,
kind of
is
thing.
new into the industry. Just that on my line of business, I've realized that that part,
It's neglected.
yes, it's neglected.
Yeah, and now we need to put more light on it
Yes,
because if we could use it well and properly, it will
properly
help solve a lot of problems in
solve
society.
a lot of problems.
Yes, yes,
It's just
yes.
that if we are current, it is about a year or 2 years back, there was one hill of that was stolen in Yaoundé, and they track it down, stop it. They cut it around Beto or something like that. One
Wow,
wide hillock, yes,
wow.
was the use of GPS tracking
GPS
system.
tracking system.
And if there are many companies now in Cameroon that they are using GPS tracking system, just that we are not really aware of.
Aware of
I
that.
cannot mention here. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, for security reasons. There are many.
Wow. And
Yeah,
I think it'll be a good thing
for
for
their
us to
trucks
exploit it.
and their agencies and so on and so forth.
Okay, like it
Because
also
there's
helps agencies to know at any time see where their boss is, how
yes,
is it going,
yes,
and
because the
if
driver can tell them at this point, have a breakdown. You know how you need to know that truly that's where,
where he say he
yeah,
is.
it is.
And I think that comes to help a lot. It means you can really use it in almost every industry. It's not only in a
Yeah,
particular set
no,
of
it's not in
people.
a particular sector. That's why I said initially the US tracking system was meant for cars. But as
Yes,
time goes, we realize that we can use it in different
sectors.
sectors because it has an inbuilt batteries that can last up to about 72 hours. So if something is stolen here, within 48 hours maximum, you must know that there's something going on.
Yes, yes, yes. It means
So you
it can still
can be
work even if you
able
have
to,
shut down the system. The
yes,
GPS has its autonomous system for 72 hours.
72 hours.
Okay, okay. I get the point now.
And
I
that
get the
one
point
really
now.
work on humans, to track human being because, there's nothing on you that will
They'll
regenerate.
power the
Yes,
GPS
like for
stuff.
cars, there's a battery that will power it
Yes,
throughout.
yes, yes. For
Yeah,
phones, there's also the inner battery that will power it out.
yes,
For
yes.
electronic gadget that have power
Yeah,
system, it
the
will power it.
power system that will
Okay,
power it.
okay.
Yeah,
I see the reason why it was first of all designed for cars because by default cars energy
yes,
will
cars,
power it
energy.
off. But if it happens that they remove the car, they go and keep it down for some time, it can still be tracked because it has autonomous battery for 72 hours.
Yeah.
Make it very efficient.
Even though there are still stronger batteries that are coming up, they're still working on it, still working on it. Yes, so
Okay,
it is something that is we cannot run away from it. This
definitely.
technology, yeah, every day new things are coming up, and For that reason, we must adapt.
Definitely,
Yeah, we
definitely,
must
we don't have a
adapt.
choice. Okay, okay, sir. Let's talk about the initial challenge that you face as a newcomer in the industry. I mean, when you were at your beginnings, what are some of those challenges that you face when you started, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I can say, first of all, many people do not even believe the system. Many people do not even believe that something like that can work. There are some people that really like the idea, but behind their mind, they know that it can work.
Okay, the belief is not there.
Yes, but
Like,
at the end of the
okay.
day, when you are interested in the system and you are sure that you're going to pay for it, do the installation, do the testing.
Yes, yes.
When you see that's working, when I
And how
install the
efficient it be.
application into your phone and you use your own phone to try to manipulate to see the direction of your cars and so on, then some of them will pay and even give me some
Stipends, some
motivation,
additional stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
something. So, secondly, the car system is different from our own this electronic stuff that we work on.
Okay.
Yeah, to scatter the car and then build it back. Maybe look for a means where you can plan the GPS system.
It takes
So
time.
yeah, that's one of
Complex.
the challenges. So, but at the end of the day, when I had any work or whatsoever, I can contact any motor electrician.
Okay.
But I've understood the system of that electric stuff in the car system now that I can work very well. But for those guys that does electric in the cars, they are very smart. If you want to remove anything, remove this one, they will do it for you within. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they
one will
know
save
it.
your
It's a
time. Yeah,
day-to-day job.
yeah,
Yes.
it will save your time to go about it. So those are some of the challenges. But as time moves, we are gradually adapting and we are looking for a way out.
What about the belief? What do you think is limiting people to believe in the GPS stuff?
Well,
GPS and
it is something like this AI that some of us are still to accept the technology that is out. When something comes and when there's something that people are doing it, there's some other people who still have their own mind right behind. They
yeah, they
still
still have their own
think, yeah, they
belief.
still have their own belief. So as times goes on, when we have a deal, I just prefer to do my installation testing so that will not start asking that if I put it and it does not work, if I do this and no, but we had an agreement, I do the installation, we do the testing before we do a payment.
Oh, wow, wow. Amazing. I mean, so it's much more of because they don't believe in it a lot. So you take the burden to set it up.
Set it up.
Then when he sees that okay, it's actually working and it's giving him the result he wants, then
Once,
now he pays now.
yes.
It's now
And
now.
there are some that will not even ask for the installation before payment, right? But since I already know and I've already gone in contact with some people who had some doubting factors of the system,
Yes.
I just struggled to do it.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, of course, some people already like they have an idea on how it works, so they are much more open to it.
Yes.
And also they have seen other people that have used it
Use it
and they have seen how effective it is. So it's much more easy for them to embrace it.
to embrace it.
Okay.
Like people who comes from recommendation, they
Exactly.
don't have
Those
any
people don't
problem. Yeah, they
ask.
don't have any problem.
Oh,
They need a
wow.
GPS. How much would it cost? When you agree, they just pay. At time when you agree, at time I just do my installation before the payment. They
Before
don't
the
have any
payment.
problem.
Okay. Because you trust your system.
Yes.
you know that it works and it gives tangible result.
result. Yeah.
I think that that one is an amazing thing. So I think means all of this put that into electronics, into equipment stuff that are of high value to them.
Value to
Them, I think the GPS system is something they need to take into
into
consideration
consideration.
seriously, and it'll be very good, and it's going to help a lot because at times when you have a stolen issue, the time to follow
Oh,
it up, like before they start tracking it down, which most of the time you don't have favorable result.
result. Yeah.
You having a GPS system tracking it for you is much more easy.
It's much more easy for you. You just need to give a location to the security officer, not
Yeah, they'll just go and
yeah,
get it
not
for
for
you
them to start
to
doing
start
the
tracking
tracing
it.
here
Yes, yes.
themselves.
Because the difficulty is in the tracking, not
Yes,
in getting the person.
yeah.
No, yes, and I think that's something amazing. Now, as a youth that want to go into the industry, the GPS industry in general, what are the opportunities that exist there? How can a young person like the our audience following us out there go into the industry, and how can he or she exploit it?
Well, the first thing I always say is in all walks of life, has its own ups and downs.
Okay.
And in the GPS industry in particular, in Cameroon,
Yes.
it is, in fact, people do not really know what it takes and they're careless about it. And it is only through sensitization that we are struggling to get some people who really understand what it means to track their cars. And it is very slow in Cameroon to just go in that you want to work only on GPS tracking system in Cameroon. I'm sorry, it will be very, very difficult for you.
Very tough.
Yeah, very tough
Okay.
for you. Yeah. It is good that you have something that you are working on it while building that.
Okay. Okay. That reputation, that
Yes,
recognition in the
in that
industry,
in
that
the
trust.
industry. Yeah, that trust in the industry.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Will
that's
help
what
you
I can
sell.
say. Is.
Now, let's say I want to go into it, right? I want
Yeah.
to know the first step. What do I like? I really want to go into the GPS industry, but I don't have an I just know that it can be used to track cars or the like. What do I need to do at the beginning? Do I get a set of equipment for a grant? Is it something that I can have a client and I purchase the equipment and I mount it up? How is the step exactly? That step by step.
Yeah, when you have a client, you can have a client, you purchase it, and you do an installation. The first thing is you need to have training.
Okay, yes, you need to be trained
You
first.
need to be trained. That's the first thing. Secondly, we said we always encourage people to have mentors, right?
Okay,
You
okay,
can, your trainer, you can get to a trainer as your mentor into the field.
yes,
When you get trained, maybe out of your day-to-day activities, you can at least prospect to your clients and so on. If you have a client, if you don't know where you can get it, get back to your mentor, or if you have a means to get it,
you
you
get
get it,
it.
and then you do the installation. From there, you are picking up, you are giving references, and then the referrals from the.
Like if I understand well, it's much more like a service business
Yes, it's more like a service
because
business.
the equipment's already there.
Yes,
It's
the
just for you
equipment
to
are already
render
there,
the services
render the
to and
services.
so. And we see that when you are rendering services, you literally don't invest a lot.
Yeah.
There's not too much of
There's
in
not too
investment.
much of investment because you can, in fact, you can get a client before going to
Get the
the
equipment
equipment
to set it up.
to set it up.
Okay, okay, okay.
It is
I
just that you should get the right equipment.
and you should know how to do it.
You should know how to do it.
Very important. Very important. I think that is the key. The key in it is knowing how to do it. And
Yeah,
for you to know how to do it, you need to get trained.
train. Yeah.
and have like a backup, as you said, a mentor,
Yeah.
somewhere that if you are in the field and you are blocked, you
Yes.
can always call
Call.
for assistance. Yes, and also there it keeps you away from too much of expenditures, kind of thing, because the damages also there might also be
Now
costly.
also cause.
Yes, yes, it's very important because if you assure me that you're going to be able to track my card anytime T, and it happens that my car is being stolen and you can't track it, then I first of all hold you in charge
Yeah.
because you were paid to track. Let me track it.
Since our internet service in Cameroon is very poor, but even though things are changing in a no
Definitely.
distant time, yeah, maybe we are thinking of the tracking center.
Okay.
Because if we have a good internet services, the
Okay.
tracking center will be good. Even though most of the people, when you do the installation, we tell them about tracking fee. Maybe they will need to be paying like 15,000 or 10,000 francs per month
To track.
for you to be monitoring their system at any time till whatsoever happened to it, they get to you
Yes, yes, to
to
track
do
it,
the
to get it.
tracking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always somehow really
Challenging.
expensive, yeah,
Yes,
whatsoever.
challenging.
So many of them prefer to do their tracking themselves,
Which is okay.
but always introduce them to the software and everything, put everything, show you how what to do at any time. You have a problem, you get there, whatsoever you do, but if you have a problem, you can still
Get back to you.
get back to me.
Okay, so what do you mean by tracking center exactly? I not really.
Yeah, when we talk about tracking center, we mean having a place where when we install a GPS tracking system to your car,
Okay.
we'll get all your car information, your house address,
Yeah, everything
everything.
about.
We'll put into our database. We have guys who are present. They're in the center at all time, let's say 24/7.
I'm
When
monitoring those
anything
occurrence
happen, you just need to
signal.
don't need to signal.
Okay, okay.
My car has been stolen. We don't need your address or your phone number. Go
Or
into the
maybe the
database,
unique code
yeah,
that
the
was
unique
given to
code that
you.
was given to you.
Yes.
We go into the system
You place it
immediately.
there, you have it.
We'll have it and we'll see exactly where the car is.
Yeah.
We
And you
can now
now
stop that car, or if you don't want to stop the car, you can contact the nearest
security.
security,
Yeah, exactly.
yes, and then they can.
Yeah. And also for you as a company, it's much more easy to work with the security guys
Yes, yes,
rather than an
much more.
individual
Yeah,
because you guys can easily have good deals with
yeah.
them.
Even I think G4S has started implementing it.
Okay.
Cameroon, yeah, G4S,
Wow, wow. I think it is a good thing and
and Presscam,
press come also.
Presscam Security.
Okay. So in that line, those are amazing stuff and amazing initiatives. The only limitation, as you said, is that most of the time the owners of the properties don't see that importance of them paying for the tracking
Paying
service.
for the tracking.
Yes. They believe that okay, I can track myself. If I get it, I will just call my police friend somewhere
Yeah, yeah,
to
yes,
intervene and get it done. So I think it all boils down to the security people involved in the GPS to sell the concept well to the people
yeah,
involved there because for you it's much more easy for you to track to get it back than for them to get it back. So I think it is an amazing thing. Now, for a youth out there that want to go into the industry, right, like someone that wants to embark on, what will you tell you to first prepare on? First get ready before getting it into into the industry. And what are some of the limitations that he or she can encounter? And how can she do away with it?
and the first thing I always say, you first of all know how to read and write. For education, I always say school is good, not education. I always say school is good. You know why I'm saying so? Because there are some people there are some people who really love to do something,
Okay.
but they are unable to read and write. And if you want to go in, like for this industry, you should be able to know how to manipulate a computer well. That's basic computer, know how to manipulate a phone, as your Android phone or whatsoever, very well. Know how to read, know that this thing, you do this, you can happen like this, go like this, all those things, all those instructions into the software and so on and so forth. Secondly, you need to know how the system of the car
Works.
works,
Especially the electric system.
especially the electronic system, yes, the electronic system of the car, because
Okay.
that is what you work with, and that's the electronic system of the car that make that car to ignite.
Yes, yes.
From that electronic system, if you disable the electronic system, you cannot start that car.
Definitely.
Yeah. And if they can stop an electronic system that you are inside, you only make your way by breaking the windows or whatsoever. There are some cars that does not have this lock, this door
Manual
lock.
ones.
Yeah, this manual
Yes,
lock on
yes,
it.
yes. It's only electrical that you
Yes.
can access it.
If you use GPS to shut down that one, the person can only go out by breaking one of the
And
glass.
and if it is gun proof, he
Yes,
is not going
you
anywhere.
just remain
He
inside
must remain there and
till
wait for you to come.
yes, wait for me to come and meet you.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think that one is a good one. It's
Yes,
a
that
good
was
one. You
a
can
good
just
one.
remain there and wait. Okay.
So you need to be educated. That's the first step. Secondly, computer literate.
Yeah, know a little bit of IT.
Know a little bit of IT. Yeah. Then car system. So for the car system, I can say that one is optional because if you work with the motor electrician, but I'm talking about the car system because you are the one telling the motor electrician what to do.
What to do? Yeah. So you need to have a little bit of idea
Yeah,
on how it
or
works.
yeah, on how it works
Yeah.
because you cannot just meet the motor electrician and say I want to install a GPA tracking system in this car. Help me
Do it.
out so that we can work it out.
No, you have to learn to tell him that I need to
Yeah,
install it here, here, so
yeah, I
that
want to
this,
install it here and need this cable and this cable
and
on
you
this
cannot
car.
need something that you don't know.
You cannot need something that you don't know.
Definitely.
Yes, because I always work with my multimeter is always in my bag.
Okay.
If I can leave everything out, but multimeter is in my bag, my multi-tester to test the current voltages, all those things, such that at any time, whatsoever I'm doing, I'm not doubting. I'm not doing try and error. I used to call that one my own Bible of work, my
Okay.
working Bible, because
Yes.
if I don't know the voltages I'm working on, it means I want to commit suicide. You can
Definitely.
burn down the car, you can burn down the house. If
If
you
you
are
don't know
just,
the voltage that you're
yeah,
working on.
yeah, you don't know the voltage that you're working
Yeah. So it's highly advisable for young people out there to go and take maybe mechanic training, even for 1 month or two. Go
on.
together, learn something about
Electric,
cars,
yes,
the
for
electric
the
part of it
part
at
of it,
least.
yes, that will help a lot.
Okay, okay. Now, talking in general of the system in place, what are some of those support systems that are out there to encourage young people to dive into the industry? Are there any are there any at all first? Or
No, presently we don't have any support system. We don't have any support system. We are only fighting on our own, but we are hoping that in the nearest future things are going to change for the better.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And I believe those young they can also count on mentorship and training from you.
Yeah, they can count on mentorship and training. That's what we are singing every day, because when we are crying that things should get better,
Yes,
we should be striving to get
make it better
to make it better,
as
so
well.
that when things become better, we should be placed at a better position.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I love that. I love that. I love that. The angle. Now, for round, what are some of the trends in the GPS in industry? Are they like what direction is the GPS industry taking, and how have you been adapting to it?
Well, for the direction and the trend, are the same, right?
Mm,
Yeah, because when you look at, initially I said GPS tracking system was made
cars.
for cars, but since we are so vulnerable for these guys of the underworld, we have our
Okay, you
heavy
mean
electric,
hackers,
yes, and then
scammers,
the
or the like?
scammers,
Okay.
thieves,
Yes.
uh,
Okay.
make away with things in our, like this equipment here, electronic equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, they seem to it that they can make it in such a way that it can be adaptable to all those equipment, even to human beings, to these old people, children, to school, and so on.
Yes, yes, and I think that that is a good trend in that line because it also helped us a lot in
Yeah.
one part of it.
So again, the direction we see that is coming again to complement the security issue that we have, because it is also part of security.
Yes, it is.
Also part of security. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir, and we are really grateful for you coming. But before we close up for today, is there any message you have for our youth out there that are watching us?
Well, everybody that is watching me, even the youth, the old people outside there, what I want to have for you is everything that you are doing, try to do it to the end. Try to make a difference in that industry. And in that light, you will see the light.
Definitely. In
Yeah.
in summary, what I can just say is that if you focus and you're consistent with what you're doing, you'll definitely have result, positive ones.
Yeah. Always
For
have results.
for it said that whatsoever the mind can conceive and believe can get it.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, sir. So you heard him. We talked today about the different opportunities that are in the industry. And if you understood it like the way I did, it's just a matter of sales. So if you are a good sales agent out there, you don't need to buy equipment or whatsoever. You just need to sell it to somebody that need the service. That you say, okay, no, this person might need this service for one way or the other. If you succeed to convince that person to get the service, all you need to do is to buy them and you do the installation and you are being paid for the services, given that you don't have to own it. It's much more of a service in industry than an equipment or production. So and we know with services, the investment in services is in the knowledge and in your network. So with that, we'll say we've come to the end of this session. If you find anything interesting in it, you find it valuable and useful for you, please don't forget to leave a comment at the section below and tell us what you think about it. Tell us where you're writing off from and how impactful has it been to you. And also don't forget to like, share, and till then we'll say we'll see you for our next edition. Thank you and bye bye.